Well, hello, my YouTube friends. Hey, I may be a little bit rusty at doing videos on YouTube, for it has been a while since my last one. So I hope that this one will not be too erratic, especially since I'm gonna discuss about a knife that I absolutely adore, and maybe, a condition of the market. Oh man. First of all, before the rants, check that marvelous little knife. Let's start with the knife and then we'll see about the rants, okay? This is absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous knife made by my friend David Lespect, who is a French knife maker that is doing knife for quite a while. But you know how it is, with the social media, if you're not really present, people won't know you, and you may be a tremendous maker. If you're not exposed well, people won't know you. So now David is getting more and more well known. He's coming to the major shows. People know his work now, and he's growing dramatically over the years. His constructions are absolutely insane. He's been doing that for years. It's not like your regular new maker coming like for the past 2-3 years. No. He's been doing that for years, so you can tell for sure that the guy has a tremendous amount of skills, craftsmanship, because of the years of experience and talent. This is something that you either have or not. He's got them both, and I absolutely adore that knife, and can't thank him enough for that absolute marvel. So you may have seen on my previous video this knife, which was actually a collaboration between him, David, and master bladesmith, oh man, Sam Lurken, with this crazy design on the blade, the mighty son of chrome. Just wanted to remind you about this maker and this knife. But now let's have some focus on this one. So yeah, David made just a tremendous knife. A word about the material, which is something that is just greatly of great importance for me, because those scales of mammoth comes from Bob Terzwola, my friend Bob Terzwola's stash. I asked him to get some really nice piece of mammoth, and he came with those. They were actually meant to go for another knife, but the maker decided that it was too hazardous and not really in his style to work with the scales. So I had to, to think about another, because it was the purpose of those scales were to go to that knife. And it's been quite a while now since I have the scales, and I didn't find the right knife that I wanted to, because to me those scales were really tremendously important. So I wanted the knife to be really special, and it came like a revelation, like that, that those scales were meant to go to David to make a knife. And man, what a beautiful knife he made with those scales that are, that mammoth, one of the best pieces I've seen. I absolutely adore, and I adore the colors that he brought. You have starting from the edges, it's almost immaculate white, and it goes all over. I love the finish, like that. Look at that, all the white going from all the edges here, there. You see the white, and then you will have the kind of brownish, dark brownish, lighter brownish, and even some greens there. Oh man, the green there, greenish blue. Absolutely pleased with that finish. Just fantastic. It's like in between the raw finish, you see the cracks that you have there, natural cracks that you have on the mammoth here, and the very highly polished, should I say polished? I don't know. The finish that you get here, it's almost immaculate and raw at the same time. He did just a fantastic job on those scales. It's just phenomenal. Now let's talk about the contouring. Contouring a piece of mammoth is dramatically difficult. Now, those scales, look at that. The thickness of the scales, you can tell from here. Now check the thickness that you have here. The choil that you have here, the amount of contouring that he's doing. It's all rounded from everywhere. All the edges, look at that. It's rounded. It's here radiused on that side. Absolutely phenomenal. And not only here, but here also, it's contoured. The amount of contouring is just insane. And it's also contoured on that side, on the vertical side. You can look at that. It goes from here and the contouring on that side as well. All over the place. It's really rare to find as much contouring. And look at that. You have a cut here with the contour inside and another cut here. Ah, man, the amount of work here, it's hard to tell if you look at it from distance, but when you focus on it, it's just absolutely, absolutely amazing. And the same, of course, on the other side. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And look at that. Oh, man. Just fantastic, fantastic. Absolutely pleased with his choice of backspacer. It's actually white micarta, and it's so intelligent because you see, as I told you, the edges here of the mammoth are white, and it goes so well with the white. You know, white, and then after that you have the white micarta and the white edges of the scales here. Very clever choice for the backspacer. And you see, you have a kind of groove here on this side. Let me show you. It's grooved like that, concave here, and here it's convex, following perfectly the flow of the handle. Just fantastic. And he added a clip also, because this is actually something that I can carry. So the clip is very neat, very minimalist, and very effective. I've been carrying that little sucker in the pocket because, again, the mammoth, what can happen with the mammoth? So I can carry that for sure. The only thing that is not really EDC is the hamon. But the hamon is actually probably after the mammoth. The hamon is what I like the most on this because, you know, I love hamons. I love people who does neat hamons like Neil Blackwood or yeah, I mean, but something that I prefer even better is when the hamon is balanced. And then, let me tell you that much. This is actually, like I said, the best feature on the knife for me is that. I mean, the grind, the knife in itself, but the hamon has something special in it. You need to see that with your own eyes. The balance that you have on this hamon is unparalleled, unequivalent. There is nothing you can find in the market that will be as precise as this. So now let's go from here. You have this line going here, and you have one wave. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's finished. Okay, look at the balance. Look at the how precise the waves are. Okay, now it's like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other one here. Now, here at the spine, you have the finish of this wave. Now, check on the other side. It's a perfect mirror. Perfect mirror. The same line goes here. At the top here, you see the line. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 wave, and then this one going here. I have never seen in my entire life a hamon that was as precise, balanced, and a perfect mirror on both sides. So that, my friends, is just absolutely unique, unmatched. Like I said, there is no equivalent to that. Like, if you have another hamon that is as precise as that, going from here to there, just show me that, because I need to see that with my own eyes. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's the work of a Japanese art knife maker. Just insane. Now check the grind. Man, oh man, I wanted this exact grind with here, the, Jesus, how it's called now, the harpoon, and I wanted those badass grooves, fullers. Check that, man. It goes, you know, like wide here, and it finishes like with like almost a tip here. Absolutely phenomenal fuller. Yeah. So the harpoon, the fuller on both sides are just sick, along with the hamon, man. Oh, they're just fantastic. The action on his knives are just fantastic. And this lateral flipper, or call it front flipper, whatever, is just one of the best way to play with the knife, because you can use it with the thumb like that. You can use your index also like that. It's so versatile, sorry. And you can also use, if my hands are not slippery, the index like that, you see. So that's one of the most versatile way to play with the knife, and it brings something really special and really neat, which is the fact that a lot of people noticed that when I posted it on Instagram, it looks like a fixed blade. The balance of the knife itself, the proportions, looks like a fixed blade when you look at it like that. It looks like a small skinner like that, and it's just fantastic. You have here the ergonomics of this knife. It's a small knife, like this one is not really big, but just compared to this one, look at that. It's really a tiny knife, but it works so well. I mean, look at that. With my XL hand, you have a grab with all the knives. So I want to talk about the EDC finish of that, because again, if you have a knife like that, that's probably one of the best EDC that I would get, aside from the fact that it's Hammond. Okay, now I may try to get another one with a more EDC finish blade, so I can get this knife in my pocket. The proportions are just great. The ergonomics are fantastic, and with the contouring, it feels so well in the hand. This is something that you want to use. Just fantastic. The edge is just, look at that, almost mirror, and it cuts like it's laser sharp. Absolutely phenomenal. The design is sick. Man, who wouldn't want to get a knife like that in his collection? I mean, if you're a collector, this is definitely something you would need to get. Definitely something you would need to get. So, yeah, like I said, the action, it's effortless to disengage, and it's so fun to play with. I mean, just adore that knife, as you can hear. Now, a little word, because I have like maybe 2 or 3 minutes leaving on the video. A little word about the market lately, which is, if I don't make videos, it's because I've seen that the market is going a little bit weird. People are afraid. I don't know why. I mean, collecting is a fun. Remember that if you collect, I'm sure that you're not investors. It's collecting is a process of the mind that that you want to gather and have really nice pieces in your collection. Let it be knives, watches, or whatever. We pay for our pleasure, so we pay for those, and we shouldn't expect to get or to make money out of it. If we can just get back our money or a little bit of money, it's not a problem. I mean, when you go to vacation, you don't expect to get back the money of your vacation. So we pay for your hobby, for our hobbies, and we shouldn't expect it to be. We are not dealers or wannabe dealers. We are collectors. So as collectors, we should embrace that. We should buy knives. And not be afraid to do that. And if we cannot sell, who cares? I mean, keep those knives in your collection. Now, up to a certain point. So what I'm saying is that we shouldn't be afraid of buying. Okay, I still keep on buying knives. And you, my friend, should keep on buying knives. And also, it's a way to have the best relationship I got with my friends out there are most of the time through deals. So don't be afraid to buy, because if you don't buy, you're not going to sell. That's basic math, okay? So keep on buying, keep on collecting, buy through makers, because that's a great way to know those guys and to appreciate their works. Buy through collectors, because it's a way also to entertain the quality of this community, and it's so fun, man, so fun. And this way, if you keep on buying and not being afraid of buying, people will buy from you as well. And the circle of life and collecting will keep on, and everyone will have some fun. With that being said, my friend, I will leave it at that with that spectacular knife, and I will present you another video of another knife that I just bought recently, the mighty Maximus from my friend Thierry Savidon, another French knife. There's a pattern in that lately, I don't know why, and pretty soon I will present you a knife from other makers from other places in the world. And with that being said, I was rusty, but I still kept on doing whatever I wanted to do. and do whatever and say whatever I wanted to say in the 15 minutes that I allowed myself to make those videos for one reason only, simplicity. I just upload it from my phone to the YouTube, and that is done. Bye bye, my friend.